greatness.
Welcome back to Ownership and Greatness. I'm your host, Joe Chege, and as you already know, every week we break down some stories or just dive in and talk about things that are currently happening or trending that are necessary in our journey of life. And today's main topic is how can you remain grounded and happy in the midst of chaos. Like, how do you even find peace of mind in the midst of chaos? And just thinking about that topic, I was trying to figure out, like, do we need to be in a setting where everything is calm? Do we need to disconnect or unplug from the matrix for us to find peace and calmness in our life? And then I read an article that actually opened up my mind, and the article was talking about when you look at the sea or when you look at the ocean, when the waves are crashing, when everything seems crazy or there's a huge turbulence and everything seems rocky and shaky, if you just go a few meters below the surface, what you're going to experience is calmness. And what does that tell you? That tells you that even in the midst of all the chaos that's happening on top of the sea or on top of the ocean, like a few miles under the surface, it's always gonna be calm. So that means you don't have to unplug yourself from the matrix. You don't have to remove yourself from your surrounding where everything is happening for you to experience a peace of mind, because that means anytime you want to experience calm, anytime you want to be happy, you have to create an environment for that to happen. And the reality is, majority of the time, you don't have the environment that's going to allow that. Maybe you live in a busy city, maybe your working environment is always busy and there's chaos running around. What you need to do is try and find bits and pieces of calmness. Like, how do you do that? Something I noticed, like, we wake up every single day and we're up and running. We don't even recognize the importance of just taking a simple minute to just breathe in and breathe out. Sometimes when we are caught up with the tension, or we are caught up with the day-to-day task that needs us to stay on point, when you feel overwhelmed, it's okay to just take a simple minute to breathe in and breathe out. Because when you do that, you definitely reset your brain, you definitely reset your body, and then now you'll have refreshed your mind and you'll be ready to go out there and continue working on what needs to be done. Because I feel like sometimes we're rushing because of the time we're dedicated to work on a project, maybe finalize it, that we don't even take time to just reset, take time to soak in what's going on around you. And that's why I figure, like, when you do yoga, when you take some walk out in nature, it might be on your short break at work, it might be if you are stay at home or parent, or maybe you work at home, just taking a quick walk around the neighborhood is gonna help you decompress. It's gonna help you remain calm and experience some peace of mind, which in turn translates to happiness. And these are the little things that we need on our day-to-day life. You can't wait to accrue some time so that you can go on a vacation, for those who work a 9 to 5, or even for the weekend to come so you can spend some time. No, we need to figure out how we're able to incorporate some times on our busy schedule for us to experience calmness, for us to reset, for us to be able to recharge, so we can go back into the workspace and do what needs to be done while we are fully energized. So because I know when we let the stress and the challenges we experience on a day-to-day in our workplace, in our life, when we let all that build up, what happens is we start being hard on ourselves. We start getting angry, we start getting agitated with everything that's happening around us. And if you don't have an avenue to be able to express yourself, if you don't have an outlet, what happens is you become agitated easily. and then it becomes overwhelming. You no longer have mental stability, and like that's when you start feeling like life is not going your way. But when you think about it, all you need is an avenue to decompress, an avenue for you to just unwind and let all that energy off, and then you can reset and start working on yourself. So that's why I prefer sometimes to just spend some time alone, like create pockets of time in your busy schedule to spend some times and recharge, to just do a quick breathe in technique, or not only that, just take a quick walk around your neighborhood, see what's going around. Like you need to change your perspective or change the dynamics of where you are. And also some things you can do is engage yourself in some extracurricular activity. At the end of the day, you can go jogging, you can do something that's fun. And something I've also learned, like from listening to people talking about ways to maximize your productivity, is sometimes set aside some time, like set a time clock and decide, okay, I'm gonna sit down and work for an hour, and then I'll take a short break for like 5 minutes, intervals. Like break your time into segments. That way you don't just sit down and work continuously without getting a break, and I feel like that's gonna help you at least maximize your potential and do the necessary things that are important. Something else that I feel is important is just focusing on what you can control. I know sometimes we feel overwhelmed because we have all these things in our mind, like we have all these ideas, we want to do this, but the minute you let your mind play tricks on you, you are definitely going to be overwhelmed. I believe that it's necessary for us to just focus on what we can control. Something that I don't have control over, if it's something that's not even within my reach, if it's something that I'm not the one who needs to work on, just leave that to the side. Like if I don't have control over something and it's bugging me, I need to just let it go and work on it when I have the opportunity. Because if you're seated here and you're worried about something you left in the house that you can't control, you're at your workplace, then there's nothing you're doing other than adding more pressure on yourself. What is necessary is work on what you can control, work on what's in front of you, what you can work on this minute. Because I feel like sometimes we worry about things that are way ahead in the future, or things that are going to happen tomorrow, and forget to enjoy the moment that we have right now. And when you do that, you're actually stealing away the time that you should be using to work on yourself, to work on the goals that you've set for yourself. I believe if you focus on one thing, if you put all your energy and work on one subject or one project, one at a time, you're definitely going to be able to go further or accomplish so much compared to having your mind running around in different projects. So I would actually suggest that it's always good to focus on what you can control. Don't worry about what you can't control. Don't worry about what's not within your hands, like something that you have no chance of changing or even working on right now. But focus on what's really important right now, the thing that will actually be more productive for you if you are actually able to actualize and you're actually able to work on. So stop worrying about something you can't control, but most important, focus on what you can control right now. Whatever is before you, whatever you can work on today, that's what that matters. So just focus on what you can control. Don't worry about what's coming in the future. You can plan for it, but your main focus should be on what you can control right now. And I believe that's going to help you experience some calm or even experience happiness in your life. Another major thing that I feel like people need to work on is expecting other people to be the reason why you're happy. Like, don't put your happiness or your joy or your peace of mind on other people. You can't expect other people to make you happy. You can't expect other people to cheer you up. Like, you have to be your biggest fan. Before anything else, the joy that you deserve, the happiness that you deserve should start within you. Like, if I want my life to be pumped up, I need to pump up myself. Like, I need to cheer myself up. Because when you give other people the power to control your happiness, to control your mood, to control how you're gonna feel today, then you're no longer in control of your life. You're no longer in control of your destiny. Why am I saying that? Because if I expect my spouse or I expect my friends to make me happy, that means I no longer control how I react to situations. Because think about it, if you always depend on somebody else for you to be happy, That's miserable. Like, you should first and foremost be the one who actually dictates how you feel. You wake up and you take full charge of the day, and you're like, you know what, today's gonna be a great day. I have this and this that I need to accomplish, and I've set my mind that this is gonna be an amazing day. So it's all about perspective. Whatever you decide, that's what's gonna happen. Like, you need to have an optimistic mindset, and you need to be in charge of your emotions. Like, you need to learn how to control your emotions, how you're gonna take full charge and responsibility of your life, and stop letting other people dictate how your day is gonna be or how you're gonna feel. So that's something that's really important, that I feel is necessary. If you want to experience tranquility in your life, you want to experience calmness and happiness in your life, you have to take full responsibility of who you are, and stop giving people the power to control your happiness. Stop giving other people power to control how your moods are gonna be. If somebody's in a bad mood, that's on them. That's their mood. Like, they need to first of all work on themselves before you go out there and try to be a superhero to try and make them happy or try and make their life better. Nah, focus on you first. Like, once you're happy, once you have peace in your mind, once you have mental stability, then you can definitely go out there and rub that energy on other people. So like I said, today I felt like I wanted to share some of those points that can actually help you when you're trying to experience happiness and stability in your life, and just being at peace with yourself. And if you feel like some of the information I've shared is good for you, or it's something that you can actually try out, go ahead, try it out and see how it can help you, because I know we have so much going on in our lives. Sometimes there's chaos around us, and we want to just unwind, we want to just decompress and find some peace of mind. So those are just some tips that I normally try to work on myself, because I find myself in some challenging situation every now and then, and it actually works for me. And hopefully, if you try out if you try out and it works for you, let us know, like, at the end of the day. And if you have any other suggestion, things that you feel like can help someone find stability, enjoy the calmness in life, even in the midst of all the chaos, without having to unplug yourself from your day-to-day task, or unplug yourself from your surrounding, you can definitely share with us, DM us, share on the comment section, and we'll definitely appreciate. Like I said, Ownership and Greatness is a platform where we can all come together and share this information, share any stories that you feel like are necessary, that can uplift and that can help us become the best version of ourselves. All right, until next time, this has been Ownership and Greatness. I'm your host, Joe Chege. Peace and blessing.
Ownership and Greatness.
And the quote of the week today is by Jim Rohn. The quote of the week says, happiness is by choice and not by chance. Like, if you want to become happy, you have to make the right choice. Like, you have to make the right choices in life, and that's the only way you're going to experience happiness. Don't expect other people are going to make you happy. No, at the end of the day, it's a choice you make. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be at peace with yourself. You can choose to be optimistic instead of being pessimistic. So at the end of the day, it's not about chance, but it's a choice you make. You want to be happy? Make the right choices. Like, choose to be happy instead of being sad or being agitated. All right? Peace and blessing.
Ownership and Greatness.